What up? Yeah, it's me, the K and G. So today we definitely have to talk about doom 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 Ricky Williams on Pivot. Come on, man. Run, Ricky, run. One of the idols, one of the greatest. Let's not get it twisted. All right, so Ricky Williams, great that they had him on the show. Pivot's doing a thing with that one. You know what I mean? Because this conversation needs to be had. This is a conversation that was embedded inside their conversation that we gonna unpack and we really gonna get get up out of here. All right. So what is the conversation? The conversation is about monolithic culture in the black community and um, the idea of promoting positive reinforcement to intelligence, right? All right, so what's that mean, though? Rrr. Um, so what they were saying is that he wanted to coach at an HBCU. There are a lot of HBCU coaches, but what they're saying is that you get a better quality uh, outcome by going to an HBCU because you're not overwhelmingly fetishized um, by coaches, alumni, students as much, um, and you can see yourself doing other things because there are people that look like you that are doing other things. It's not like you are all dropped into a school to do one thing, and it's just like I only relate to other people that are in the locker room. So anyway, I'm trying to make this quick and fast. I got a few other videos to do. And I just seen this, so you know I had to act on it. Ricky Williams is an all-time great and also one of my idols. I really respect this guy because he was on that yogi shit. He was on that self-improvement, enlightenment, higher self, reaching beyond the veil of what existence is and truly what it is to be ing. You know what I mean? So that's BEING. You feel me? It's the corporation ing. But with Ricky Williams, he made a point to say that he sees this um, white supremacy as white ignorance, and he went into that a little bit. Not really um, anything substantial there, but it is showing me that he's waking up to a overarching society that a lot of people don't reach. I mean, until a certain age. That's why it's so important for game to be passed down, and why men have to pass down things to uh, the youth and young men, because this society is one that you have to experience. You have to see it for yourself, and you have to voice it to the people that can hear you. My voice can't reach everybody, and that's one thing that Ricky Williams said. He was saying that the kids used to tease him, calling him an Oreo. Common thing when you hear somebody who speaks well with a black face, they say, "Oh, you black, but you don't speak black. You have to have mannerisms and you know nuances and idiosyncrasies that are stereotypical." You know what I mean? And I don't want to sound like I'm on some Michael Tyson, Mike Day Lewis, whatever the hell his name is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Uh, but Mike Dyson, I think his name is. But I say that to say that Ricky is um, absolutely correct when you talk about this monolithic culture. Like, we put each other in these parameters to identify something that is visibly identifiable. I mean, is there something better I could say to have said it differently? I don't know, because that's, I'm talking to people that can hear me. You understand me? So, uh, you're not black because of the way you can speak, the way you can dress, the way you can act. Because we'll see somebody doing all of that and picture them as a fraud because they don't have the exterior condition. You feel what I'm saying? They might have no pigment, lack the melanin, but they have all the nuances, all the idiosyncrasies, all of the, slang or um, swagger that you would see in the community. You know what I mean? Or the culture, subculture of a greater culture, but what have you. Anyway, if you see that, but you don't see this, come on, that's a fraud. They playing a role. You don't really act like that. You're not really like that. Oh, you from the hood? Oh, for real? Who your peoples is then? You know what I'm saying? It's just not immediately assume that you're down. And what is down? Down with what? Down with black? Because you acting black doesn't mean that you down for black. You feel what I'm saying? You are stereotypical, which is a degrading, demeaning, and divisive, negative thing. It's all of this harm to one another, degrading one another, whether it's the dozens, rap battles, this ultra hyper competitive, um, you know, environment where you feel that you have to show yourself as being the one out of the pool, and you have to accelerate up before you're seen and accepted by the larger masses, right? Instead of saying I can be accepted by the smaller masses, my 15% of people, and we can do exceedingly great. I mean, we have trillions internally, so we can run this thing up. Um, but I say that to say, and I say that to say, I didn't have anything to say, so I segued. We'll say that to say. Anyway, when you talk about Ricky on the show, you talk about how he was confident that he could um, bring a new awareness to um, the experience of life for black youth um, in the football program. So when, and by the way, I am in Mardi Gras spirits and maybe a Heisman, you know, but it's close enough to 420. And I'm talking about Ricky Williams, so I had to, elevate and levitate and to this discussion. You feel me? So uh, you can still articulate, enunciate, while, you know, in the upper room. So anyway, I go back to the conversation at hand because I'm trying not to make this long, but oh, I'm coming strong. Hold on. Anyway, Ricky said that his college experience, even though it was his best time playing, was still limited to his overall development into manhood. And he's saying that he could do that better at HBCU to people that look like him, that share the same hue, as well as have the same shared experiences. Now, when we talk about shared experiences, that makes us black, that makes a connection, but at the same time, we don't all share the same experiences because we don't all come from the same social, economic environment. You know, there are a majority, and then there is a minority, but there is no conflict um, in between this. Hopefully, shouldn't be, but actuality, you know, present day, there is, because there is a rejection of non-stereotypical actions. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, hey man, you coming to me with this shit. Hey man, niggas don't do that shit. Niggas don't do no pause of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Let me, Nah, you wanna go skydiving? Oh, hell no. Bungee jumping? Oh, fuck, no. Skiing? That's not some nigga shit, man. Come on, calm down. We're not swimming with sharks ever. You feel me? But that's what I'm saying. Limiting the possibilities, restricting, you know, your overall uh, access to what it is to be black. Like it grants you some kind of, you know, acceptance to this elite environment when really it just severs connections and networking that could potentially lead to beneficial outcomes, right? So I'm going to say, because you're not stereotypical and because you don't act like me, that means I should be able, I mean, logically thinking that I should be able to learn something from you, since we are different people and we have different uh, life experiences. We might have learned different things throughout our lives that we could share and help one another with. But because you um, don't speak the same vernacular I do, or you didn't have the same background, which uh, may lead to, you know, harsher environments and conditions, then you're not as acceptable to me. You're not as hard to me, and I can't have nothing to do with you because I feel maybe you're a liability to me or something. Who knows what the notion is? But what I'm saying is that you you will automatically reject them based on not lining up with a stereotype that was given to you based on um, propaganda, based on bias, prejudice, racism. So these three things pushed a stereotype framework for black people in America. So this framework of stereotypes then was woven into um, movies and television and radio, pumping the propaganda of stereotype until life imitated art. Then the stereotype was now becoming the attraction, the framework of the stereotype now becoming the magnetism. And once you have the woman go to the man based on a stereotype, that's all that needs to happen. That's all that needs to happen, because then it'll play itself out naturally, because naturally men will do the things in which they need to in order to attract women, and the women are attracted to the stereotype. So all you have to do is make sure that you make the stereotype, then pump the stereotype into it's attractive. So there is stereotypes, and there's positive stereotypes, and there's negative stereotypes, like with anything, right? But you could pump positive stereotypes in a white community, i.e., the hero figure, and then you can pump negative stereotypes into black people, i.e., buffoonery or ignorance. You know what I mean? So while you had the mammy stereotype, you also had the um, what is it, Sambo stereotype, right? That walk around in a daze, not knowing the world, needs to be um, controlled in some manner. You know what I mean? So you'll have this, which then goes into, well, you need to be arrested for vagrancy. Well, the 13th Amendment says you're back into a slave. Uh, well, you're not going to be able to make any money unless you sell dope or sell your women. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. It goes on and on and on, which propagates, the outcomes in the community that causes the conditions in which um, you will. Damn, did I have a phone? Oh, man. So, yeah, I'm going to end this with. I just went off on a tangent right then. It's because my shoulders are looking beefy. I don't know why, though. So, definitely great topic. Ricky Williams talking about development into manhood. And that's going to be my next video. I just wanted to go and talk about the Run Ricky Run. Ricky Williams on Pivot. Great show. Um, don't like the banter too much because it's like, come on. It's just segues into different conversations, but it's just, I feel like it's too fake. Just calm down, you know. Talk about something else. I don't know. Peace.